I'm going to jump right to this other story, which is another story about how I saw headlines saying one thing and then no one dug into the details, and everyone, including atheists, I think, got it wrong. And this story involves a Mississippi mother. And I'm just going to show you the thing that got all this started. She posted this on Facebook. Let me blow this up so you can see it. Shonna Coleman is her name. She's a mother in Mississippi, and she says, "Please pray for the schools. My son got this from school for saying Jesus Christ." And I'm gonna let's look through this together, shall we? It's a parent notice of disciplinary intent. That looks dangerous. The date up here is January 4th. And you could see in the first things here, what's the reason for the notice? And it says unacceptable language at the top there. Action taken in the bottom. Had conference with student, telephone parent. Well, what happened? The teacher says at the bottom. He said Jesus Christ, when he dropped the Legos, he was cleaning up from recess. That's the whole story. And just to make this a little bigger here, just to explain what happened. This 7-year-old boy, he was reprimanded by his teacher at Hope Sullivan Elementary. Why? What did he do? Like the warning said, he dropped some Legos on the floor, and I guess he responded by saying, Jesus Christ. And the teacher, I imagine, says, hey, you don't use that tone when you make some sort of innocent, harmless mistake. And I feel like that would have been the response if he said, son of a, or darn it, or, what the heck. The problem isn't what he said, it's how he said it. And the teacher, I would assume, is saying, hey, I want to teach you a lesson here because you're 7 and you're like in 2nd grade. All you did was drop some toys on the floor. It's fine. You can just pick it up. It's a calm, easy thing to do. You don't need to get upset about it. You don't need to be mad at anybody. You don't need to be mad at the world. And you definitely don't need to strike a tone that says, oh, my F it. I'm so mad right now. But what did this kid do? He said, Jesus Christ. And so the teacher saying, I want to fix your behavior, which is a good thing, writes up this kid and says, you can't talk like that in my classroom. She calls the mom, she writes it up, and that's it. And you know what? That was the right move for the teacher because the kid's not in any actual trouble. Really, the teacher was like, hey, mom, your kid did this. I noticed it. Maybe you can have a talk with your son back home and we'll try to correct his behavior before it gets worse, which is absolutely what you want any teacher to do. As a former teacher, I will tell you, sometimes if a kid makes a relatively innocent mistake that might be problematic, but it's really not a big deal, I might call a parent. I might write it up. Why? Is the kid in trouble? No. It's because my fear is there will be a pattern of behavior or that it will escalate. And what I want to do, to protect my own ass as much as anything, is to document the pattern of behavior. So the fact that this kid might have done this thing once, who cares? It's not a big deal at all. But just in case, I'm going to write it up, talk to the mother, and make sure it doesn't happen again. I just want to be clear. The kid saying Jesus Christ isn't the problem. It's the way he said it, and this punishment would have happened no matter what he did, okay? By the way, the paperwork, I promise you, will have no lasting impact on this young man's life. No one cares what your 1st grade teacher said about you. That's it. And yet, you want to know what happened after this? Let's see. Fox News is writing about it. Mississippi mother's post of son's school disciplinary incident for saying Jesus Christ goes viral. This makes it sound like the boy got in trouble because he just said the word Jesus. Maybe the teacher asked him, who's your hero? And the boy said, it was Jesus Christ. And then the teacher wrote him up. That's the impression you get reading this headline because it doesn't go into any real details, right? That makes no sense whatsoever. Another article talked about what people were commenting on that Facebook post of the mother. One wrote, "What has this world come to? This is sad, simply because he said the word Jesus Christ. That's not what happened." No. While another said, "This is crazy. The baby," he's 7, "the baby said Jesus Christ, and this was a bad word in her eyes? I'm done. I wouldn't even want this teacher teaching my kid. That would have been his last day in that class." For what? Because the teacher tried to fix his behavior? Why are these people mad? It's because none of them actually looked into the story, and the mother didn't bother correcting anybody about this. Like, it is not unacceptable to say Jesus Christ, not if you're a kid in class. In fact, not only did they say this, not only am I saying this, the school district said the exact same thing. Look at this local news article. This is Fox Local. Fox reached out to the DeSoto County School District for a statement. And look at what the spokesperson at this district has been dealing with angry phone calls all day. And now this local Fox affiliate's like, "What do you have to say about this?" Listen to his exasperated message. DeSoto County students would not be reprimanded for simply saying Jesus Christ. It is possible that a student could be corrected for a disrespectful use of Jesus Christ's name. And then the spokesperson said he didn't get a warning. He got a talking to. Oh, this is the mother again. This is the mother. He didn't get a warning. He got talking to. She called me and they put a note out there. This type of stuff follows a kid in their record. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No one cares what your first grade teacher got mad at you about. This teacher wasn't even mad. I want to go back to what that spokesperson said for the district, though, because look at this last line. It is possible that a student could be corrected for a disrespectful use of Jesus Christ's name. You all know now what that spokesperson was saying. He didn't get punished for saying Jesus in a harmless way. He got punished for the tone because he said something in a disrespectful way. He made a little oopsie, and instead of picking it up, he's like, "Jesus Christ." And so the spokesperson said, he said it disrespectfully. That might be what the problem is. And the reason I bring that up is because the Freedom from Religion Foundation jumped on that statement. I love FFRF, but they're wrong on this one. No punishment for blasphemy, FFRF tells the school system. DeSoto County schools cannot punish a student for disrespectful use of Jesus Christ's name. Like, FFRF, I love you. What are you doing? While teachers can, of course, enforce rules relating to cursing or inappropriate language, imposing religious blasphemy rules on students violates both the Establishment Clause and Free Exercise Clauses of the Constitution. You guys, that's not what the story is about. The county is not doing blasphemy laws. The spokesperson just had a long day. Cut him some slack. FFRF, what are you doing? No, that ain't it. Stop it. Oh, man. By the way, in another interview, the mother of this child also said, "Never in my life have I heard at a public school that you cannot say Jesus Christ," which is true because no school has that policy because she just pulled it out of her ass. There are also Christians on Facebook who are telling this woman to speak with an attorney as if all of this requires a lawsuit. And I just want to say two last things about this. She is taking a mild situation and blowing it out of proportion. If she is trying to protect her son, then the dumbest possible thing she could do is broadcast his harmless write-up on social media with his name on it so that he is forever linked with this minor thing he did one time in like second grade. First of all, like, what are you doing, mother? That's stupid. I try not to put anything about my family on the internet. This mom's like, "Look at what my dumb kid did." Show that. And the second thing is, you would think a lot of Christians would actually be on the side of the school district here because didn't the kid use Jesus's name in vain? I thought they didn't like that. So I thought there was a commandment about that sort of thing. Like, what would the response of all these people be if a Muslim or atheist kid said Jesus Christ after he did something wrong? Would they be mad at those kids? Or would they be like, you guys, it's fine. It's just a Muslim kid saying Jesus Christ out of anger. Let it be. Not a big deal. I can't believe you're all making a big deal about this. No, they would be furious. It's all about the framing. They love playing victim. This is a story that they think is about persecution. And like, what happened? The teacher tried to do the right thing. The boy did something relatively harmless. The district spokesperson needs a raise. Like, everyone here is on the right side of the issue. They're the ones getting in trouble. Stupid. This is a dumb story.